Hello, thank you for your interest in ChiliLister. Today I want to give you just a brief overview on the functions and operations of ChiliLister, which is just basically a spreadsheet-based lister for eBay. It allows you to just process all your items and list them to eBay in one efficient workflow. Whether you take all your pictures first, or you take your pictures, write down your item specifics and descriptions, and then list them. Basically, this allows you to do everything in individual steps like you would, but keep it all in one spreadsheet. And then once you get done, you can just upload them directly to eBay. Or what I like to do is I grab an item, say a shirt, I take the photos, I do the measurements, I input the information, I put in the pictures, boom, next item. It just creates an efficient workflow, makes everything simple, and it's just done great for me, and so I wanted to share it with others. So anyway, what you're looking at here is the spreadsheet. Basically, it looks similar to File Exchange if you've ever used that, but it's just a little more user-friendly. This is what a blank worksheet looks like, but I've already started a listing, so we're going to go up here and look at a listing that I've done here, which is right. Yeah, some listings that I've done here. We're going to scroll down so I can just get one of these. So if you'll see right here, basically I've got some drop-down boxes, some things that you just type in, try to make everything easy. Everything is customizable to a certain extent, so if there's something that you need or something that you don't need, we can customize that. We have a couple different options. We have basically a simple option or a standard option, which is for current File Exchange users, that just allows them to easily upload the items to eBay, allows them to upload the pictures and everything directly rather than having to upload the items and then go back and add the pictures later, because File Exchange doesn't work very well with certain things like adding multiple pictures. So but what you're looking at here is one of the listings. I've already done it. I'll just go through each item. The first one I've set up here is basically the item type. So I've got some item types set up here. When I click on one, basically what this does is it'll set up, as we tab through each of these items, it'll set up which cells are locked and unlocked, so you don't have to scroll through each one. So when you click the tab button, you know that next cell that you go to is something that you need to fill out. You're not going to be having to pay attention. Like if it's a pair of shoes, it's not going to ask you for clothing size and that sort of thing. Next one is just an entry box. It's your custom label field if you use a SKU for inventory tracking, pricing, or anything like that. The next one I've got set up for store categories. So what this will do is it basically allows me to choose my store category, and then it converts that to a store category number and then uploads that to your listing. Next one is UPC. Of course, I usually does not apply unless it actually has UPC, a new product or something like that. Condition, you've got different conditions: used, new other, new books. Very good. It's got 4 parts are not working. Basically all your basic stuff. So like, depending on what category you're in, the new other might mean new without box or new without tags. It's the same code in the behind programming that eBay uses, but it means different things for different categories, if that makes sense. But basically these are your basic settings. So if you're listing shoes, you can put new other if it's new without tags. If clothes, new without tags, new others, also new without box for shoes. Anyway, I hope that makes sense to you. The next thing is the condition description. I basically have some simple condition descriptions set up here. I like to do that. I can just click on one, and then if I want to add things to it, I can just come up here in this box and I can add whatever I want to the condition description. This condition description, the way I have it set up, also goes in my ends up in my description in the eBay listing, which I will show that to you. Basically everything that I'm filling out here, I have a description set up that automatically takes this information and puts it in my description and creates that automatically. It also creates a title for me automatically, so I'm not having to think about that stuff. I'm not having to go through and put in all the information and type out a description and add all my sizes and my brands and my models and all this kind of stuff into my description. It automatically does it for me, and you'll see that when I show you a finished listing. Here we've got brand. We've got a style. Basically, that style is what is it shoes? Is it running shoes? Is it a pair of flats or Oxfords? Is it a camp shirt, a Hawaiian shirt? What is that? Then model. Model is basically the named model. You can, if you don't have really a name of the item, if you want to use the model number, you can put that in here as well. But usually this would be like a model. Sometimes I do things like button-ups. Basically, when it creates the title, it's going to say Kavu button-up camp shirt. So I kind of think about that when I'm writing it, how it's going to come out in my title. Material. This has got drop down for materials. Supposed to have. Probably just a glitch anyway. Normally you have a drop down there that just says things like cotton, nylon blend, polyester blend, leather, steel, plastic, just different materials for different items. Then you've got the color, tan multi in this case. Pattern, I've got plaids and checks. This automatically, let's see, actually I was doing something. Let me get in here and change this here. I don't need this. Plaids and checks, there we go. And then the part number. In this case, I've got a manufacturer part number here also. So like I said, you could put this in model if that's all you had. It was a model number. And then you could also put it in here. It enters this stuff. It creates item specifics for all these. I've got some custom item specifics set up. If you have certain item specifics you like, you can set those up. My SKUs and my item specifics and stuff like that, so that I know where it's located in my inventory. I can, when I'm filling orders, I can scroll down on my phone and it shows me the item specific, so I can see the SKU where that item is, so I can just pick it up. So it makes things easy. The size type regular, it's required on clothes. You've got things like regular, junior, petite, plus, classic, big and tall, that sort of thing. Then we've got the gender, men's or women's. And then you'll see that I'm listing a shirt, so it skipped the shoe size and shoe width. But basically, you'd put your shoe size in here, and then your shoe widths are here. Which won't let me click on it because I'm doing a shirt. But basically, there's a drop down there for all the different widths for shoes. And then clothing size, there's a drop down for that. And then shoulders, these are all my sizes of my shirt. Sleeve size, waist, inseam if it's jeans. It skips a lot of this stuff because I'm doing a shirt. So it skips waist and inseam. And then this size is auto-fulfilled from the size we filled in earlier, and it's fills it in here for a specific reason. Because when it pulls the listing up, that's where it gets the information from. And then you got length, height, and depth. So if you've got an item like a sign or a frame or something that you want to have the dimensions of it, you can fill these out, and it'll put the dimensions in this space here, which then, again, gets uploaded to your listing, gets put in your description, and so on and so forth. So we've got country of manufacturer, we've got pictures, and then we've got description, format. We're going to come back to picture in just a second. We've got the description. This is basically your description here. I can't click on it because it's locked right now, but it's your description. It's what creates your description for your listing. Your item, fixed price item, good till canceled. You can change this if you do a 30-day or whatever. And then this is the item title. So in this case, this is the item title it fills out. If I've got extra spaces, I can add extra words here. If you run over words, it'll cut it back to the last full word under 80 characters, and it keeps track of your character count here. So you see Kavu button-up camp shirt, men's, extra large, tan, multicolor, 100% cotton, plaids and checks, outdoor. That's just what I did for this one. So plaids and checks, I usually, just let it fill out the way it does. Sometimes I'll take the and out, or maybe the / here out, but you can change it if you want. And then I've got a search button here. And basically what this search button does is when I click the search button, it's going to pull up eBay. And it's going to search for the item. You see up here in the search, it has some stuff for the item that searches for. And I can customize that if you feel like the searches aren't coming up right or whatever. But I always like to search the regular listings. I'll kind of look and see what prices are going for here. And then I will hit the solds. And I will see what solds are for. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find one that's similar to what we've got listed. And we're going to hit it. And you can do this a couple different ways, but what I usually do is I usually hit it and hit this casual shirt here, and then boom, boom, copy the category, which is right there. Now, you can also do this to kind of save a step here, I believe. Let me go look here, but I believe in order to save a step. Oh, I did this a little differently, so never mind. Sometimes the category will pull up right here and you can just click on it. But if not, you just go into a shirt, click right here where it says casual shirts, and that'll give you the category right here in the URL. And then what I do is I'll go back to my spreadsheet here, and the next one is eBay category, and I will I'll paste that in, and then next go to the price. Put in your price, quantity of one, you can change that, best offer. Now I have my best offer here set up to anything under $20 is no best offer, and anything over 20 it will say yes, best offer. So it automatically does that, and you can change it to yes or no if you want. You can change it to yes if you want to take a best offer. It's completely up to you. You can do each item differently. You're not stuck to the settings. So, and then this is shipping length, depth, and width. So that's the size of your box if you've got an oversized item or something like that. And then your weights. And then also I've got my weights set up. So whatever weight I put in, it will give me my shipping profiles here. And each one of these has got a drop-down box. For some reason, I don't know what to do. For some reason, my drop-down box, I recently made a change to how this how the drop downs are done, so I may need to go back and reconfigure that, but I should have that working. It'd be a simple fix. So, and then you've got this 30-day 15%. That's my return profile. You can change that. Let's see if my drop down's working on that one. So 30-day, 60-day, or no returns. And then site ID. And the site ID, I have it set up so that if you're listing in eBay Motors, if you put in a eBay Motors category, it will change the site ID to site ID 100 to list it in the eBay Motors. So that's pretty simple. And then basically, the only thing I haven't shown you now is the actual add-in for Excel. Now, so it works in Excel 2010. That's what it's tested on. It may work on something else. I do offer a $10 trial. You can try it out for a week. So if you want to know if it works with your version of Excel, you can just do the trial. And then let me know if you have a different version, if it does or doesn't work. So it's because I'd like to know. So, but anyway, your add-ins are here, and you've got this little bit here. So you hit this output, and you can see it's keeping track of what I've been doing. I can clear that right here. I've got different things in here. Basically, I've got my template set up in here. I've got settings, and you can save and load different templates and different settings and things. So if you've got, different templates you use, we can set those up. And under our custom option offers a couple different custom templates. If you get too crazy, if you've got some kind of super fancy description, then that may be a little bit extra, but it'll include a couple of text-based templates. So and then I can customize them for you a little bit. And then basically this eBay right here, when you get done entering all your information, all you will do is hit this button, and that's going to load everything into eBay. It's just going to upload it directly to eBay. No messing with going to File Exchange, no messing with going to eBay. It just does it automatically. And then what you end up with is a fantastic listing, which looks something like this. And you can see I've got my pictures in there. I've got the condition description here, the pricing information. It has got all the item specifics listed. I have it put all my shoulder measurements, chest and length in there. My SKU is in here, so I can check it when I sell the item. I can check to see where it is in my inventory easily. And then you can see it. It puts all that information in the description, puts the title up here, puts the condition information in the description here, lists all the pertinent information, the measurements, all that sort of stuff. And just so you can see, if I were to list a pair of shoes, it's going to be very similar, but you can see that it's going to not put any of those measurements, and it doesn't even have a place for them. So it looks very custom. It looks like you did each listing individually, but really it's just all done automatically. And then another one here, you can see this was a placard, and you can see all the stuff here. We've got measurements in there, and then we've got the measurements here, which is a couple of pieces of information there that fills it in. So anyway, I hope you like it. I hope you give it a shot. At least try the trial. See if you like it. See if it works for you. See if it makes things quicker. It's worth $10. The cost is one time. It's on sale right now, 50% off. It's a fantastic value. It took a lot of money and a lot of time to develop this. So I hope you can use it. I hope you benefit from it, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. and have a great day.